Yo guys, welcome to the Blue Podcast with me, Tom, Ben, Cat, Purple. I screwed up already. Yo guys, welcome to the Blue Podcast. This is the Purple Show with me, Tom, Ben, Karen, Fab. How you boys doing?
Good. Thanks.
Finally together. God, it's taken a while. How many videos has been uploaded before we've actually all been together? June 11th was was our first video, and now
I mean, since we did the first one, it's
been
about
finally.
10 months, so.
Well, I mean, should we just address the elephant in the room, ESL? European Super League. We did a live stream for it, but did we do a live stream for it?
Yeah.
We did do a live stream for it. We'll go with Fab and Cam will start with stuff because obviously you guys are the most into it, Cronky and everything. How do you guys feel about it?
Very fun.
I mean, there was a bit of FSG out, but I personally don't think anything's going to happen. There was a 2 billion deal, I think, coming from, an oil company, probably City, something like that. So, I mean, it would have been nice, but not too bothered personally. They've made mistakes before, but at the end of the day, it's quite a big deal to sell your club for something like that. I know that they've kind of shown their true colours, but I think deep down, at the end of the day, every club's owner just wants that dosh.
It's your business, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. They own it. You can't really blame them. The risk of being left out.
That was Chelsea and City, wasn't it?
But for Chelsea and City, it's a bit different because they don't need that money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's still the risk of being left out because they didn't want to give the other people that advantage of that extra cash.
For Liverpool, probably Arsenal, Spurs, they're all thinking like, some stonks in the bank here.
Well, especially Madrid as well.
Yeah,
1 billion in debt,
financial crisis, or whatever.
What was it? This is like 300 million a season guaranteed for 23 years or something.
It's crazy, man.
And then you've got to think all the sponsorships, the TV rights. It would have been making a lot more money.
Yeah,
but obviously fans came together, put an end to it.
It did.
As you do.
It does feel like. I mean, obviously, Liverpool, the American-owned teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, United are the ones that were like a bit more pushing for it. But it does feel like, especially Arsenal and United, want to get their owners out. There's not really that same passion from Liverpool in that because they've done so much right.
That's the thing. It's always been there. I know from an Arsenal point of view, Cronky out has been a movement for a long time, and something like this is just a perfect excuse for everybody to come and back it.
Yeah, which they have.
Which they have, and rightly so. I mean, I've seen Arsenal for a long time now have one of the richest men in the world as our owner, with a multi-billionaire, I'd say, and he doesn't invest the same way that other clubs have. And from a fan point of view, that's not good. That's not what you want.
No.
And you can see that the impact of that on the team and like positions wise. That's why we're 10th. And all he's using Arsenal for his cash cow. That is literally it, because he's got other sport teams, other businesses that he wants to put money into, but one of them's not Arsenal. But I mean, Super League was literally, he was involved with it. Arsenal not a big six club anymore in the league.
The one thing I quite like about Arsenal is they are investing in the right way. It's not come off all the time. Nicolas Pepe, bit of a flop. But
that was more just to show. That was meant to fans. That
was just for
but buying young, promising players. Partey's another example. Pretty sure it's still young.
Partey was a steal. He's a 45 million release cost for him, and he's a double that. He's worth double that.
Exactly. So you think with a bit more investment, a couple more players that sort of caliber in, just steals, sort of the same way Liverpool do it, really. And you're looking at like a really good side. You still got a lot of potential on that team, Aubameyang's, he's still got a season or two left in him, I think, but he needs to sort himself out.
I personally think that we've got other players that can come through. I'd rather give other players a chance ahead of him, like such as Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, rather than play more and he kind of fade out of it, rather than having to rely on him.
Well, I really like him.
And then he goes, and we've got somebody that's not played before, is not used to it. we need quality and depth, not just a starting 11. And then these young players that have come through.
There's been a saving grace, haven't
They've got, especially this season, the injuries we've had as well, and then we've had these. We've been so lucky, so lucky.
Right, we've got the Brighton Leeds game on, and Welbeck just scored a beauty. Cruyff turned from in the air.
Is that big for Brighton? Stay in.
Yeah, they're massive.
Kieran.
No, it's good for them. But yeah, we've got very lucky, very lucky, and I just hope that they don't get snapped up by someone else or decide that they're too big for Arsenal, because they could get an ego quite easily, but we're running them so easily, like so much every day, every week.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. That was who was the Afro guy?
Lennon.
No, there was another one.
No,
Willian.
David Luiz.
for Arsenal.
Guendouzi.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, I really like. He played against us. He was like bossing midfield, and then he just disappeared for.
He's got a massive attitude problem. He's just a dick. Like, I think he fell out of Emery.
Yeah.
And then he's been loaned out to Hertha Berlin. I think he's up.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Yeah.
But he's just got a stinking attitude, and we can't have that in the team. We can't have that in the dressing room. So that's why you've seen other players faded out as well. I mean, Ozil, key example, paying him, he's our top wage, and he wasn't even making the team. Like, he wasn't even travelling. We're paying him $350,000 a week just to train.
We're still paying him how much?
90% of it, so what, 310?
Yeah,
something like that. Like, just close to that. It's but no, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you'd probably say United are in a similar position with their owners, where they're not investing as much, but when they have invested,
they are one of the richest.
No. I mean, obviously, in the last 10 years, they've spent over $1 billion, but I mean, like, they've not got quite the same sort of say with City and Chelsea. The transfer policy is not there, where they'll target but the things that when they have invested, they have got a Bruno Fernandes, and that's not Arsenal haven't got that in the signing.
I struggle to see why United supporters would be like, oh, we should invest more. You've got Bruno Fernandes in, Cavani from PSG. That's a big signing. He's playing well.
I think it's more those signings have been fantastic. Obviously, it's more that's not what, apart from, I'd say, that 10 for Bruno Fernandes, that's not what United fans have wanted though. They've wanted another centre back. Luke Shaw's turned up, to be fair.
It's always keep on hammering on about a centre back, a whole
midfielder,
red midfielder. They're not getting signings in the positions that
they need. They're just going big on other areas.
I mean, and even Cavani, he was free transfer, and quality player, absolutely fantastic player. Free transfer, and they got him on deadline day. And he was a free transfer, so he could have done it any time they wanted. But that was just
to say they've done something.
Yeah.
It was, especially when you're the richest club in the world, you'd expect as a fan to have investment.
Because through the whole transfer, it was like Sancho. It was like they were willing to pay 108 million, and Dortmund said 120. They're like, no.
Yeah,
it's like 12 million more. Like,
whereas you've got like PSG, who just go buy Neymar and Mbappe for like 300+ million. It's just like, well, we want that player. They want some of the best in the world, and they've just gone and done it. And well, I don't know how they've done it. Maybe a bit sly, under the radar a bit, but that's the attitude that Man United fans want. Is we want this player.
That's what they used to have.
We're just going to have it.
They used to go, who's the best player in the Premier League as a player for us?
It used to be
that's what they used to do. But I think with like that sort of transfer policy stuff, it's I sort of get them trying to play hardball a little bit to some extent, but when it's 12 million, it's like,
and you're going to get probably the hottest
in previous seasons, they've just not bothered playing hardball. 75 million for Lukaku, it's like, what?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they've not done it before. Now suddenly they started playing hardball.
Yeah. Like, and from Dortmund's perspective, they're like, well, we'll just hold our price. This is United, right? They're going to pay.
You'll probably go up next season as well.
Yeah.
Which is why they will have to sell Allen this season. They have to sell Allen.
Yeah, we can't send them off for 60 something.
65 mil.
Don't worry though, he's going to Liverpool.
They're not going to splash out over 100 million for a player.
No,
I'll never do that.
No.
I think about the other clubs that are in there that will.
Well, the whole thing of Madrid and Barcelona, they're so in debt.
Yeah, but
So in debt.
they'll still try and buy in.
Well, it's what I was saying to you a couple of nights ago. So it's something like under. It's like, I don't know, like if you're in debt under like 100,000 or 1 mil or something like that, the bank owns you. If you're over 1 million or something like that, you own the bank, because the bank's not going to call that in and then risk you not paying that back.
Well, I mean, Barcelona are literally funded by a bank.
Yeah.
They are funded by Spain.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that debt, is it really debt?
Yeah.
Is it the bank's debt or is it Barcelona's debt?
Yeah.
So, they would still go and spend hundreds of millions in a transfer window and be absolutely fine. It's just.
I mean, obviously they want to balance the books, and this is what the Super League was about. But like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah. I think we've got Daniel Ek as well. Massive positive news that like Spotify owner, multi-billionaire, 1.8 million supposed down on the table. Kroenke, 1.8 billion. Yeah. If Kroenke, I would. I'd do many things for him to take that.
Yeah. But it's also the fact that he's got like half the Invincible team also wanting to buy in to make this happen.
Yeah. But our problems that we've had for years have come from the top and circulated down.
Yeah.
So it's not just been the team and the management; it's been the board as well, and that's where the root of the problems come from. So if we can get him out, then we can start building something and trying to get him back towards where we have been for years.
It's similar at United, and it was funny when it all fell apart, because it was like, oh yeah, Woodward, he's resigning, but he was going to resign at the end of 2021 anyway. It was like, nah, you just said you need to get out. Like they were trying to make out like he was going to go anyway.
But he was just making the grass up Man United for years anyway. They hate him, absolutely hate him.
Absolutely,
he's just an absolute snake, and it's the same for Kroenke's and Arsenal.
Again, he's obviously he was part of the problem, but it doesn't really matter, because it's at the end of the day it's the owners, because they're already put in place someone else who's going to replace Woodward, who's just basically the same person. Just something Ashton, and he's like, I think he's an accountant or a banker or something.
Exactly.
It's like, know, and so but the thing is, I've seen quite a few things. United fans, they had like this United front of being like, we want the owners out, we want Woodward out. Then as soon as it comes back to sort of footballing matters, they just split. They're not united at all.
Imagine United not being United.
Like it's like different like players' opinions and that, and they just fall apart. With that unity.
It roots from the top. Honestly, it 100% roots from the top. It's all that. It's that ethos, that ethics, the structure of the club, and what goes on behind the scenes. I couldn't even imagine it. We don't see a lot of it. What happens, and even the players will be impacted by social media, but also by what goes on day to day at the club as well.
Yeah, massively.
In terms of like contract negotiations or transfer news, links, or like relationships in and around the club, but we don't see that. We don't get to see it. So.
I mean, you probably find that every owner is a bit dodgy, but the difference is with City and Chelsea's owner, it's for the benefit of the club.
But whereas it's the benefit for them. Exactly. So, and that's why Arsenal were included in the Super League, because of Kroenke and his relationships with the American bankers who were funding the Super League. That's the only reason we were in there. But
JP Morgan or something.
Oh
they were the ones who caused part of the cause of the 2008 financial crisis, weren't they?
I think so. Because they've got a massive abundance of wealth, and any decisions they make impacts the global economy, not just the local economy. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But it's not happening. It's fine. It never is going to happen. So it's okay. Even though they said it's suspended. So they're not saying it's been.
Parents keeps coming out, it's like the contract ban. It's not.
And also like thoughts on the Champions League changes.
But the ones that the European Super League were
the champion before the European Super League was announced, they agreed on these changes to sort of try and fend it off. And they went ahead with it anyway. And obviously Perez is still scrambling around trying to keep it together. But like they've changed it so it's one league table. You play like similar amount of games to a group stage, but against teams at a similar level.
Yeah.
Then you get a league table from that. The top 8 go through to the knockouts. The next 8 go to a playoff to get to the knockouts. And then for qualifying, the 2 teams that are highest in the UEFA coefficient that haven't qualified normally for the Champions League
in the Premier League
get put in as wild cards.
Yeah.
So Liverpool,
this is happening.
So Liverpool and Chelsea this season, if they don't get Champions League through the top 4, would get in this new system.
Same, but that's the same with Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea.
So it's all to benefit the top clubs.
It'd be the top 2.
No, I'm quite a fan of this new.
But this is what people have been saying about. Oh yeah, ESL corrupt and that. But FIFA and UEFA,
they're so corrupt.
Just as corrupt.
They're just as bad, really, aren't they? They are just as bad.
Yeah.
But
I think it's like Underland speak. It's like, can we after this ESL, can we talk about the new Champions League format? it's just like the lesser of 2 evils.
Yeah.
So
I when I found out about that, I was.
It's fine.
But if you get Champions League football because of it, I have to admit, I'm not a fan of the league. I love the group stage. I think they're like mega exciting.
It's gonna make like the top 4 race less interesting for those top 6 clubs.
But as long as, for me personally, Champions League football top of my list.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. It's you'll fight for 5th, 6th, 7th.
But nowadays, especially in the Premier League, there's not just 6. There's more than 6 clubs going for top 4, top 6.
Oh yeah, I mean Leicester for crying out loud.
It's like you've got a lot, especially this year.
Yeah,
there's a lot more clubs being competitive towards the top. Not the top, but in the position second.
Well, I mean, I guess it's lesser to Eagles in the sense as well that it still allows for those other clubs to still have a chance of getting there, but it's still
they might even have more of a chance because let's say Chelsea would be happy with 5th or 6th if they're not going to get first in that season. And it might mean that West Ham and stuff would be.
Yeah, it might work out for the best
for them, but at the same time, it's going to make that top 4 battle a lot less interesting. Let's say City, Liverpool get 5th, 6th.
But on the other hand, a top 4 battle or a Champions League with or without Liverpool and Chelsea.
What happens to the Europa League? Do you know?
I have no idea, but they're introducing a Europa Conference League, aren't they? It's like it's all to do with money. Like how are they going to get that much money for that anyway? You're going to have
lower than the Europa League.
Yeah. So I don't know who comes 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th in the Prem usually.
Oh, like
Wolves.
So you have like competition with like Wolves.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Everton or something like that in the previous.
It's not those type of teams, isn't it? Not quite there, but float around.
Should we actually talk about some football now?
Yeah.
We'll talk about European competitions. We'll let Fab off for drawing with Newcastle.
Are you there for recording?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Don't
scare me, bro. Don't scare me. Jeez.
I couldn't see the recording symbol, so I was like, we just chatted for like half an hour.
Scary, man. Jeez. Well, Champions League, looking like it's going to be an interesting second leg for both sides. I mean, City certainly turned up the heat in the second half, and PSG completely lost their heads.
Oh, it's in your hands right now. It's in your hands. Just don't bottle it.
I mean, it's not nowhere near finished because we need to either make sure they don't score early or we score early. Because if they score early, momentum changes.
Oh yeah.
I still think you could have put it to bed in that leg.
Oh yeah. We should have scored a third goal. But I still take a 2-1, obviously. You said 2 before the game, 2-1. You're like,
yeah.
But
speaking of not scoring as well, Timo bloody Werner missed an absolute sitter against flipping Real Madrid.
Of course, and Giroud taking the piss out of him.
Oh dear. Real Madrid still weren't. They were good for the first
20 minutes, and then we turned it on.
Yeah.
No, we were better for the first 20 minutes. They then had a little period before half time. Because we had like 3 chances in the first 15 minutes or so. One of them we scored, the other
Benzema's goal was decent.
Yeah.
I don't. People were buzzing out the Swede at it. It was good, but they were like, "That's
I thought
next level
Pulisic.
stuff."
I thought Pulisic was better. He pretty much dribbled it past 2. The
Of course
keeper and 2
you'd say that to a
players.
Chelsea fan.
No, that's a personal opinion.
No,
It's a fantastic goal.
Of a Chelsea fan.
Benzema's goal was quality.
It
I
was.
wasn't saying it wasn't.
But like people were making out like it was like
yeah.
the second coming of
It
Jesus.
wasn't quite Bale, was it?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Speaking of 2-1 as well.
Mm.
Oh.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse.
No,
Got an away goal.
Got the away goal, so you're giving yourself a chance.
It's all right. Come to the Emirates. We won't concede. We'll score 2.
Yeah.
I know we just need to score 1 now.
Yeah, you
Score 1, but you can't really expect to
1
get a
0.
clean sheet.
Yeah.
1-0, take it through on the away goal.
probably have Tierney back. Lacazette.
Yeah, Tierney, Lacazette, Aubameyang. Tierney left back is vitally important. Xhaka was at fault for the goal. One the first goal. Was it first goal?
Or second goal? Spice.
No, Ceballos just got
Sent off, yeah. It was just
dick. But then they got players sent off as well.
Yeah.
Made it even.
Yeah.
Fine. And to be fair, it might be a little bit of a saving grace that Ceballos isn't playing. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not straight. If it was Partey or Saka or like Gabriel or Leno,
Gabriel wasn't even playing.
Okay, Holding, Murray. Fine. Gabriel should be back. He was injured as well.
Okay.
But one of our key players.
Yeah.
Then I'd be stressed. But Ceballos, he shouldn't have been playing anyway. So
he was only playing because he didn't have a left back.
Yeah.
But what's happened to Cedric though? Like
Chambers has been informed.
No, but then played Cedric left back.
But he's not. He's too obvious. He's not a left footed. He's right footed, and he's way too obvious to come back on his right. Xhaka's left footed. He's more natural.
Yeah.
So and he can half defend, half not. But in possession, he plays when inverted fullbacks. He comes inside and plays at left back most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So when we've got possession, but we didn't have much.
No, they turned it on, and then United turned it on.
United improved.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but first half time they sent Ollie out. It's like, we're just going to forget about that because we beat them 6-2.
Yeah.
Like they were down, they were losing, and they were shit.
Typical United though, coming out second half, make some changes.
So, yeah, no.
They also had a penalty as well. That shouldn't have been a penalty.
Yeah. But like, I swear, maybe not this match, but Solskjaer. I've said this before. He makes changes, plays players, puts players on the bench that should start, and then brings them on after half time. It's like, look at that, I'm a genius. like, it's just start them. Like,
he's just a dinner lady. I'm sorry, he's just not.
teacher.
He's so
bang average.
Just not Man United.
He's bang average.
I mean, he's got him second, but
yeah,
is that? I mean,
look at the quality of player.
Yeah,
like,
is that because Chelsea, Liverpool?
I think I could get them second.
Have all been not great.
I don't understand.
Not obviously they've got picked up recently, but like since the start of the season, Chelsea, Liverpool, and that have not been.
I mean, if it's obvious to us which players should be playing, why is it not happening? What's going on? Like, is he trying to pep and trying to rotate in like tactical rotations here and there? But no, just no.
But,
Battle for top 4 is also still pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. I think we're 3 points clear, but West Ham got Burnley, and then there's the big game tomorrow. Who actually, from a Chelsea standpoint, need United to win it. From a City standpoint, you want Liverpool to win
it. Yeah, because give us a title.
It's all right. 3 points in the bag, mate.
Easy.
It's only United.
I think it'll probably be a draw because obviously Liverpool's defence is obviously not what it was last season because of injuries, and United will probably get like a penalty after the final whistle. So.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a draw, isn't it? You might find United against a big club.
Unless United score in the 98th minute.
Oh, yes. Well, we have to watch it tomorrow and see what
Well,
happens.
we know they're
Yes.
probably going to start with McTominay and Fred sitting.
100%. Back 7.
Yeah.
All right. Let's also
Back 6.
Back 11.
Chelsea teams out. I called it. Billy Gilmore in midfield. Flipping at Timo Werner starting. He's the guy that tore a title-winning midfield to shreds last season.
Has he made like 3 appearances or something?
No, he made more than that. But his first 2 appearances for Chelsea, he got man of the match against Everton in the FA Cup and the man of the match against Liverpool.
That's cool, man.
Or was it Liverpool FA Cup?
I don't know, don't care.
No, he's good.
He's very good.
He's just not as good as Kante. So.
No, yeah. Midfield 2 of Mount and Gilmore. Well, that's interesting. See, I find that interesting that do you remember at first Lampard played Mount higher up the pitch, and then every so often he'd drop in, like later on in his tenure, he'd start dropping Mount into midfield. Tuchel's already started to do that as well.
Is that just not to fit in the wingers that you bought?
Oh, definitely.
No.
But do you remember the last time we played Mount in midfield? Our attack had no teeth at all. It was so bad. Like without Mount there, it just looked flat. So flat.
You had no one in the middle. I don't know why you didn't play Giroud.
Or even Tammy, man.
The amount of crosses you put in the box as well.
Giroud not even on the bench. Tammy, Tino Andrin. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Cho's disappeared from Tuchel's plans with those things as well, hasn't
He doesn't like him, does he?
No. But it's happened a couple of times though.
Attitude or what?
That's what I think. I think it must be attitude because it happened under Sarri, it happened under Lampard after a while. Like it must be something.
But he's asking him to play wing back. That's not
He's probably gone. You're not.
Yeah.
He's got like, well, I'm the manager, so.
Yeah.
But he's. I mean.
Do you reckon?
I think he should leave.
Yeah. Do you reckon Bayern will come back in for him?
I hope so.
I don't think they will anymore. They got way too many wingers, but he might go somewhere else or ship him on loan again. Not again. He's never actually been on loan.
No.
But maybe on loan might be good for him.
It's alright. So don't about that.
But shall we do our score prediction for Chelsea versus Fulham?
We're going to ignore the City Palace game.
Oh, well, we can, but I just want to get the tweet out. To be
It's
honest.
a bit of a boring game.
No, we got to talk about the Aguero.
I think I haven't watched it.
Beautiful goal.
It was a lovely goal. Yeah, it was actually a really nice goal.
It's like he controls it. It's on the bounce outside the foot.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it was very nice. But City, so who cares? What do you want to talk about?
No, that's all. I mean, and then Torres got that goal. It was decent.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was
Left-footed.
Left foot game.
Keeper probably could have got to it, but
Well, we'll take it.
we'll take it. Yeah.
Young players starting to find his feet a bit, I think.
But yeah, what happened to him though? Like he started the season so strong and then just
Well, it's just,
disappeared.
yeah, I mean, rotation. He's still. I think Pep probably saw that with him still settling in, he's not going to be part of the strongest 11. So, but next season, it's happened with other players where they've had a season to settle in. Sane when he came, Mahrez when he came, Gundogan. They take a season and they kick on.
Yeah, exactly what's going to happen with Timo Werner.
There's another one who's done that. Cancelo, yeah.
Who else actually?
I don't know. Go on,
Predictions. Fab, Chelsea Fulham. Remember, we were on 5 points. I can't even get one.
0-0.
0-0.
Was it who Fulham beat someone big?
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool. I know they drew with us. That was
It was a while ago. It was when they went on that run at home, wasn't it?
Yeah, we drew with them at home. I think they drew with Spurs as well, and they lost to United away, and then they beat someone. Probably Arsenal.
Yeah. 2-1 for them.
2-1 Fulham. Bloody hell. Benjamin.
2-1. 2-0 Chelsea. Why have you gone 2-0 Fulham?
Oh shit, sorry. Oh, I mean, I got it
You
wrong.
screwed Cam with
And you've
that.
gone 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Chelsea.
boring 1-0.
Yeah, because Fulham defend really well.
Yeah, as I'm telling you, counter-attacking football, Fulham,
Yeah,
they're just going to kill you.
are they?
Yeah.
Even though we just drew Real fucking Madrid.
That's just new game, new week.
All right.
Premier League, different gravy.
Different gravy. Different gravy.
Fulham, Real Madrid, nothing.
Before we start wrapping up, anything else?
No.
See Arsenal in the final of Europa League next week.
Well, you're in the semi-final next week, but you're gonna get into it.
It's just,
Still semi-final next week.
but by next week we'll be in the final
Okay.
against Man United, and then beat them. And then
This would be an insane shock if somehow Roma was it away as well, or is it at Old Trafford?
No, it's at Trafford.
It's at Old Trafford.
So that means it's possible if they score 4-0, if they win 4-0.
It's possible, but it's very rare. It happens.
just-
Last time it happened was like when Barca turned it around.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, true fair. Yeah,
I mean, Man United can capitulate, and I'd love them.
I would love it. I think everyone would love it.
They've got that in them, like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
have. So
Bruno gets injured, they're screwed.
mm.
So play Milner
No.
just purely to snap their players.
Oh yeah,
play Milner purely to
Curtis
snap
Jones.
him.
Shins.
I put
Yeah.
Curtis Jones on. He's just hit Bruno Fernandes square.
Yeah, honestly, I think you should just take one for the team.
They might need to play Bruno because
Literally, just come up behind him, snap his neck, or he's on the floor and just jump and on his
So
knees.
someone's getting injured. I'm
Yeah.
saying that someone's going off injured.
Do you reckon?
Pogba.
Do you reckon Arsenal turn it around?
Yes, definitely.
What do you-
At home, Arsenal at home.
what do you Tom?
Yeah, we looked so good throughout.
Possibly.
We looked better in the second half.
We looked at that the next level.
And it's just like, as soon as we looked better in the
No,
second half.
you play a better second half, yeah.
So I don't think I think he got a bit wrong with the selection. But if we are players fit, we'll be okay. We can win a game 1-0,
Yeah.
but we can score more than that as well.
Okay.
So we will see. Hopefully, it's not the same as last year against Slavia Prague
Yeah.
or someone where they won it at the end of the year. Olympiacos, that was it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was.
Hopefully, it's not the same as that where we go ahead to win it and then concede right at the
What you
on
say?
go out of the way goal.
For Arsenal, Tom.
I think they could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be quite interested by a United Arsenal final.
What about you, Fab?
Yeah,
You'll turn it around.
maybe.
Maybe. Confident.
If Villarreal score first, then it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be tricky.
What we're saying for the Champions League, you think is going through them as well?
City,
I think City will go through.
City and Real Madrid.
There's got to be one upset in one of them.
Okay.
Real Madrid, it's only Real Madrid. They've just got too much quality.
Yeah, I do back Madrid a little bit.
I don't at all.
I look, especially after the first leg, I think Real Madrid are the better team.
After the first leg, you think Real Madrid better team?
Yeah.
Bloody
You
hell.
can't finish, you can't score goals.
Tell you what, if you don't start team Madrid, then I'll back you.
Talking about my actual footballing ability there.
You can't tell me that Chelsea struggle to score. They can't score. They have to score a perfect goal.
Not with Timo Werner inside. If Timo Werner starts,
And he's
I
going to.
absolutely
And
agree.
Werner's going to start.
If he starts, I completely agree with you.
He's going to start.
It's gotta
But
be
if
an
he
absolute
doesn't, then we have a better chance.
Werner's going to start.
I want, if he's not going to start Tammy or Giroud, I want a front three of Mount, Pulisic, and Havertz.
And if Real Madrid, look at the players Real Madrid have.
Yeah, they're all old cunts.
No, they're not.
I just can't believe I just said that. I'm very sorry. They're all old.
Tony Cruz, Luka Modric in
Hey,
They're still quality
Tony
players.
Cruz did
Benzema.
nothing.
He's
He's so good.
He did jack.
Don't
I'm not
slay
saying
him.
he's not good. I'm saying he
Wow.
did jack against us.
Watch him score.
still quality players, and it is their competition. Isn't it?
He got man of the
In
match.
Champions League titles, but it's in the balance.
It's literally
You got the away
there
goal.
for both of you. It's just who turns up from the bench.
If they score early, then it's probably curtains.
Mm.
But that's essentially the same for you.
Well, yeah, but it's a draw for you.
Mm.
We're down 1 goal.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Need to stop them scoring early. I'll score early. That's fine.
Fair. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go to the pub now. And like the video, subscribe if you're new around here. The usual stuff. Check out our Instagram, Twitter. You know, comment your predictions. The usual stuff. I'm knackered from football, so very sorry.
How many open goal misses?
Says you.
Did I miss one?
You missed quite a few.
He's not a striker.
Only
I'm
2 out
playing
of
centre
4.
back.
Hey, I set up a lot. It's more about the goal contributions than just the goals.
You didn't miss an
Let's
open
go
one
pub. Come
though.
on.
I didn't miss
You
one.
won.
I think I scored more than you.
You missed those ones.
Yeah. All right, we're going to pub. See you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. And goodbye.